I don't know. It's not the greatest movie ever made.
Neil, first off, how dare you?
All
right, we're shutting down the podcast
Here,
for another season.
Tyler just said that "Here Comes the Boom" is the great. Has anybody heard from Kevin James?
Yeah, he's at the Oscars.
He's got two first names.
Kevin.
You can't trust a guy like that. Kevin James?
Kevin James. He's at the Oscars right now. They give him an award for Best Actor for Here Comes the Boom every year at the Oscars. They're like, it's so good, we'll give it to you every year.
Hey, we got a new format going, Tyler. We can't mess this up, okay? Major spoilers ahead. What are we talking about?
Major spoiler, I'm going to mess this up.
We're talking about The Batman.
The Batman.
The longest 3-hour Batman blockbuster. It's not. It's from Matt Reeves, Robert Pattinson, and not Christopher Nolan.
He talked about it, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. We are going to explain The Batman.
Yeah.
Everything that you would ever want to know.
Yep.
Hey, how's it going? Welcome to the Tyler and Neil Explain Everything podcast. Now officially your fourth favorite podcast. Hit the subscribe button and make sure you go to patreon.com/explain everything to get exclusive episodes. Looks like we made it.
Neil, we have something special and new for this.
We do.
And they probably saw it whenever they looked on here and didn't see we had a 2-hour episode.
They probably thought something's wrong. They thought, well, their battery must have died. Something happened. No, this is new format. Are we in season 3?
We're season 3 now.
Is this season 3?
Yeah, the season 1 to 2 was a 1.5 break. This was a 6-day break. Because unless they're a Patreon.
Are we actually in season 3? I never even thought about that. No, we're not in season 3.
No, remember season 2 is going to be forever.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
Until you leave me.
I'm not Tyler. Never gonna break you up. Never gonna let you down.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm gonna rickroll you.
Oh,
okay,
man.
so here's the new format. New format, everybody. Here we go. In 30 minutes or less. I almost said in 30 seconds or less, and that's
That'd
not
be
true.
very quick.
And we're done.
Yeah, we were talking about Kevin James.
For 30 seconds. All right, so in 30 minutes or less, we're going to do our very best to explain to you the Batman so that your two best friends can help you stay the smartest person in every room that you are in.
Yeah, that's true. Well, they're already very smart. We just want to keep you there.
We want to keep you there because you've already done the hard work.
Yeah.
So what's going to happen is at the 22-minute mark, a counter is going to go off and it is going to cut us off.
Okay.
And we're going to have to stop, but we're still going to give you, in the rest of the time we have after that, we're going to give you 3v3, Will It Rock, Foot Race, Tinkle Town with Tyler, and then our
It's a good chance that'll hit.
In the last, yeah, it's a good chance. Okay, you ready? You going to jump right into this?
We have to now.
Yeah, we do.
We don't get to banter for 9.5 minutes.
We don't get to. Okay, you saw it, right? Did you see it in theaters?
No, not yet.
You haven't?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Oh my
Just
gosh,
kidding.
I freaked out.
So if you haven't seen The Batman, probably just quit listening.
Yeah,
Save
quit
this.
listening.
Rate us 5 stars. Subscribe to our Patreon at patreon.com/explain everything. But then after that, just don't listen yet. It's not time. It's not your time. Not
So
yet.
I saw it twice in theaters.
You did?
Yeah, I don't want to brag.
Well, you
I
just
only
did.
see-
You
I only
just
see-
did. People usually say that before they brag.
I only see
they
my
put in a
movies,
rap.
my films in the theater.
Motion pictures.
I saw the first one with Roman.
Go.
And
I
his
like
friends. And then
He's one of the good ones.
The other one, I went to the IMAX over here.
By yourself?
Yeah.
My man.
Late at night. It was
like
it was
that.
very late showing. And honestly, this movie is so long, I didn't get out until the next day. It was really long.
I went to see it at like 11, and so I got out the next day too.
Dang, did you go to the movie tavern?
Yeah.
Yes! I had a feeling.
Because you have to order the food online. I ordered 2 coffees, 2 decaf coffees. So like I got one now, one later.
And they
they
both
first
came at
off
the
they
same
screwed
time.
up and they didn't bring me anything. Or no, it said it was going to bring it the next morning. And so I stopped the lady in there. I go, hey, I just ordered. They brought me 1 coffee. I paid for 2. And they're
brought you
already
one.
$3 for a crappy coffee. I'm sorry, I said crappy.
This is actually how Bruce Wayne became the Batman.
Oh yeah, he would have been ticked.
He's like, I can't take this anymore. I'm going to put on the cowl. I'm gonna cut somebody.
I'm gonna
cut some fools.
I'm gonna smile empty soul this.
Oh my god,
That's a emo band.
It is.
Because he looked emo. Go ahead.
He did. All right. So there's a lot in here. We got a lot to cover.
Yep.
So Robert Pattinson, he could be one of my new favorites.
I've loved Robert Pattinson for a while.
I've loved him for a while, but I did not know him in Twilight. So just so we're clear on that.
But we explained
but
Twilight.
we did. So there you go.
Have you seen the interviews where they compile Robert Pattinson and Kristen Stewart, and it says nobody hates Twilight more than these two individuals, and it's like the contempt they have because they're both like they don't like this like fame generic
They don't like it.
They hate it, and it's just apparent on their faces.
Well, if they hated that, they're gonna love this. This is the Batman.
Yeah,
so Robert Pattinson, he auditioned during rehearsals for Tenet in May of 2019.
Fun fact, Tenet was directed, I don't know if you knew this, was directed by Christopher Nolan, who did the last Batman films.
Correct.
A lot of people don't know that.
Are you serious?
Yeah, because a lot of people didn't see Tenet. I liked it.
It was good. I loved it. So he actually had to lie to Christopher Nolan, the director of the movie he was working on. And he said, hey, listen, I have a family emergency that I have to go to, because he didn't want to, first of all, hurt Christopher Nolan's feelings by going over and trying out for that Batman, but also didn't want to get in trouble on his job that he was currently at. And Christopher Nolan replied, immediately said, you're auditioning for the Batman role, aren't you? He knew. I mean,
what did he say? What did Pattinson say?
He's like, nuh-uh. No, I don't know what he said.
I know you are, but what am I?
I don't know what he said. So, kind of a cool thing. When he came back, this is not in the notes. When he came back from the audition and kept working, it was like weeks later, he got the role. Christopher Nolan knew it before Robert Pattinson did.
How? Because they called him?
He's got this inside track. And
he
Warner
knows
Brothers.
Batman.
He knows. He knows Batman. So he auditioned in George Clooney's Batsuit from Batman and Robin.
Really? I thought he did Val Kilmer's.
They don't have one.
I saw an interview you said he did Val Kilmer's.
He tried multiples. So the one with George Clooney's Batsuit is the one with the nipples on the suit. It's the weird one.
Yeah. They did a close-up on it.
Yes. You're like, this is really weird. So he originally tried the one from Val Kilmer's Batman Forever, which is 1995. They had to take that thing out of the dry dock.
Have you seen
what that means?
Well, it's boating terms. It's on sale. See what I did there? It's on sale because you sell boats. It doesn't matter. It's a high class comedy. In an interview, he was talking about Zoe Kravitz. Isn't that her name?
Yes.
His co-star,
Yes.
Selena Kyle. So Catwoman is what everybody calls her for short. Yeah, it's like, we're using our superhero names? That's not how Spider-Man talks. Tyler, focus. So he said, they asked him about like putting on those suits, and he's like, yeah, you can still smell their sweat
has to be bad
in it.
It
He
has
said
to
you
be
can
awful.
still he's like, you can smell Val Kilmer's sweat from 30 years ago.
Oh gosh, yeah.
And Val, do you think Val fits in that suit still?
No,
No.
because he's dead. No, he's not.
No, he's not. Oh gosh.
He's kidding.
I was like, holy crud, man.
Because he's slow.
You know what movie about with Val Kilmer that I really loved that didn't get a lot of play? Was it Real Genius? You remember where you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That was
I liked
solid.
it.
That was so
good.
good. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. The reason why he didn't audition in Val Kilmer's suit is because his head did not fit into the mask and the cowl. It was smaller. It was made just for Val Kilmer's head.
Was it connected to the suit?
Yeah, it's all connected. He couldn't do it. So he had to get in George Clooney's. It was a screen test. He wore it for 8 hours.
Straight?
That suit, yes, straight 8 hours. It caused a lot of trouble because it's latex. He was sweating profusely. So yes.
Real quick, Robert. Jim Carrey sat in makeup for 6 hours to be the Grinch. So
suck it
the
up.
next time you think you're doing something,
Hey,
look at Jim.
You know what those movies both have in common?
That Jim was he was the Riddler.
The word the Grinch.
The
Batman.
That's when you know you've made it.
Yeah,
the Beyonce.
Oh my gosh.
The Madonna. The Jay-Z.
So his Batman voice
The
didn't
Hitler.
sound. Oh my!
Sorry, there were too many
gosh.
nice ones. I had to throw in a meanie.
You threw one in there. His Batman voice didn't sound anything like Christian Bale's. It didn't come naturally for him. He was trying to, because he's got an English accent. He's trying to like talk normal, like an American,
like a normal American.
Hey, brother, what you got over there? Get over here, you penguin. What are you doing?
You know, listening to our podcast, you're really good at accents.
Oh,
I'm not really good at accents.
Hey, I like when your mom yells and when she's nice. She has two voices. One voice is nice and she's not.
And I don't think I did differentiate. I think I did
Not
it
at all.
backwards.
Barely.
Yeah,
Barely.
definitely backwards.
So Warner Brothers actually asked him to change it midway through his screen tests.
His voice?
Yeah, because he was whispering all of his lines. He's like talking like this because he didn't want to sound like all these other like, where did all the drugs go? He didn't want to do that. So what actually ended up working is he screen tested screaming in rage at the Riddler, which is that scene you see in the actual movie, like him when he's screaming. It's also, I think it's in the trailer. That actually is what clicked him into it. Okay, this is what my voice is actually going to sound like. And you said this before. His Bruce Wayne is partially inspired by Kurt Cobain.
I've said that before?
You said he is very emo.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think Kurt Cobain definitely there.
He's grunge.
Yes. So Kurt Cobain wrestled with fame, which is when they say they modeled it after Kurt Cobain, not based off of his singing voice or the way that he looked. It was all based off of. I'm sorry about your microphone. It was all based off of how he wrestled with fame. So in the movie, there's a song called "Something in the Way."
Something in the way.
Yeah, but here's the thing: is that it's barely in there, but it's there. That you hear the
barely
song
in
twice.
You
hear the
how's
song
the
twice.
song barely in there? It like blasts out whenever doing a drone shot.
Man, okay. The line when Batman.
No. Why did you say it's barely in
Well, I'm
there?
saying because the lyrics are only in there once. The music is in there twice.
Okay, so it's barely in there.
It's in there 2 more times
Compared
than
to-
any song I've ever made.
Compared to like the Space Jam soundtrack.
Yes, yes.
Everybody get up. And it's like the whole 3 minutes of the first of the movie.
I'm gonna fly like an eagle.
They played the entire song.
Yes. So the line when Batman's punching the guy who's unconscious in the train station when he keeps punching him and he goes,
We
"I'm
don't know.
vengeance."
We don't know that he was unconscious.
He was faking his.
Well, we never
consciousness.
saw him. We just saw him punching.
We didn't even know that's a human.
We
When Batman was punching
he
that
could've
sack of potatoes,
squeezed out under his legs, and Batman's just punching the ground because he's mad.
that line was improvised.
No.
I'm
He
vengeance.
pushed it to the end. It was supposed to be at the beginning. He was supposed to say, whenever who are you? He goes, I'm vengeance. And he starts fighting
He's
it.
supposed to. Oh, he's
And
supposed to
then
fight and then fight.
Robert Pattinson said, hey,
Oh.
can I try it with it at the end? And they like, yeah, it totally works.
I like that. I like it better. I like what he did.
Oh, Robert's so good.
Okay.
Have you seen Good Time? Have you seen that?
No, I haven't.
Y'all can't watch it because it's rated R. Neil, you can. I'll allow it. So it's on. I think it's on
Thanks.
Netflix. It's really good.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that performance is what got him. Like they had to have seen that role and been like, oh yeah, he's our guy. He's so
I haven't
like
seen
the
it.
nuances to it. And Pete Davidson was on a late night show the same night Robert Pattinson was, and they like moved Robert over. And Pete was supposed to be promoting his own thing, and he said, "No, I want to promote Good Time." They were like, "That
Oh
came
my
out like
gosh.
4 years ago." He goes,
He's like, "No,
hey,
it's
it's my
good."
favorite movie." He's like, "I've watched it no less
wow.
than 30 times."
Well, listen,
Sorry.
I get all of my movie advice from Pete
Davidson.
Which also, if you don't know who Pete Davidson is,
we did an episode.
we did an episode.
Was it a Patreon or a regular?
Yeah, it's a Patreon, so you're gonna have to pay. It's behind that paywall, y'all.
Sorry, we
Paywall,
we done
y'all.
sold out. Your $17 a month makes us.
All right, we're at 12 minutes, Tyler.
Sorry.
I know.
I can see
we
in
haven't
your
got
face.
through bullet
You're
point
like
number
ready.
one.
You got to pee because you look like
No.
you're ready to go. You're very twitchy right now.
This is that. We're on a.
You're like, I got some notes. We've got to get through my notes.
it's 100% that. All right, Matt Reeves, the director. Other movies that he's done: Cloverfield.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, your microphone's not working. There it is.
Sorry.
Cloverfield, Planet of the Apes movies.
Did he do all of them?
He did 2 of them.
First
the
two?
last 2.
Or the last? He
The
didn't do
last 2.
Okay.
He didn't do the one with Mark Wahlberg.
No. But have they come out with 3 of the new ones?
Yeah, 3.
But he
He
didn't,
didn't do the first one. He did the second 2.
Okay.
He did Let Me In. I haven't seen it. It's supposed to be like a absolutely terrifying movie.
Oh, I don't like scary
haven't seen
movies.
it. I haven't seen it.
They
And
scare
then
me.
and then the Batman. Like he's not done a ton of big. He's done a few TV shows. But it's rumored that he and Robert Pattinson didn't get along at the beginning. It is not true. What Reeves is doing is he's pushing him further and further as an actor. There are these long, lengthy monologues, and while he was emoting, he thought, like Robert Pattinson kept saying, listen, I think while I'm in there doing these scenes, like I'm overacting and it's too much. But he said, finally, at one point, Reeves brought me in and he said, listen, watch this back on the monitors, and I want you to realize I'm spot on. He goes, oh, okay, I trust you. So Warner Brothers gave Matt Reeves some screenplays full of DCEU, which is DC's extended universe characters. Previous movies, previous actors, they wanted him to use all of it. And he said he didn't want to do any of it. And they let him do his own take on it, which is kind of wild. Warner Brothers gave him complete control, which is rare for $100 million plus movie. Very rare. There's a lot riding on this because Matt Reeves actually ended up, because of the success of this film, he got signed for a trilogy.
For this
Yes.
series? Oh,
And
good.
so
Did they
Robert
sign?
Pattinson signed.
Oh, good.
Yes, he signed
I
for
like
sure.
him.
Penguin just got an HBO standalone series with Colin Farrell.
I saw that. He's Matt Reeves is the producer for it.
Yes,
Yeah.
which is amazing. And the Gotham City Police Department series just got picked up on HBO.
Oh, dang.
So there's like 3.
So they're expanding this world.
Yes.
Okay. Good for
which
them.
I think is a good
good
thing.
for them. HBO.
Yes. Okay. Colin Farrell. Colin Farrell plays Penguin.
I didn't know he was Penguin.
No,
till
no
I'd
way.
already seen it, and then I saw like an interview about Colin Farrell talking about the movie. I'm like,
You're like, what?
who's
Bro, you
Colin
weren't in it.
Farrell in the movie?
No way.
And then I saw that he was Penguin. I was like, oh my god!
So it worked. Okay, it
Yeah.
worked. So he spent 6 to 8 hours in a makeup chair. Take that, Jim Carrey.
I was gonna reference that. Why?
I don't know.
Why
Sorry.
not like this?
Not like that. He spent 6 to 8 hours It was a team of 10 to 15 people that had to apply the prosthetics. So the way he tested this makeup out, he went down to Starbucks to test it to see if he was recognizable. And nobody knew. Nobody had any clue.
Well, it's because it doesn't look like him.
Yeah, it doesn't look like anything like him. There's a couple times you're like, maybe the eyes, I guess, maybe. They can only do
I don't know.
so
I
much
don't know
of that.
Colin Farrell's eyes.
I
Neil.
have gazed into those eyes.
I mean, he's a
he's a
cutie.
great actor.
He really is.
He wanted his character to smoke cigarettes. He even fought like crazy. He wanted him to smoke a cigar, and Warner Brothers wouldn't let the Penguin smoke on screen ever.
Because it's bad for you.
That's my dog. Sorry.
That's my dog.
He was trying to portray him as a true gangster because he smokes in the Batman animated series, and this is the only thing that the studios wouldn't give Matt Reeves control of.
Is it because you can't promote smoking because it's bad for you?
He didn't want to do it. Yeah, they were like, no, we drew a hard line as a movie.
That's called a
as
segment.
film. Is it? Yeah.
If you draw a hard line, it's a segment.
So he is one of those method actors. He rarely broke character between scenes. He would only talk to Reeves and the crew while he was in character. He would never ever break it. World's Greatest Detective. This is
they
what
made that line in
Yes.
it. Yeah, Colin Farrell said it.
So I have the comic books are up in my attic. I can go get them right now.
Go get him right
I'm
now.
not going to go do it.
Hey, this is
We're
Tingle Time
on
with
the
Neil.
clock.
He's
We're
peeing
on
in his
the
attic.
clock. Matt Reeves was worried about it. He said the audience, he didn't know if they would be patient enough for it because his goal with this was to make sure that Batman came across as someone who was trying to solve a crime, not just beat up the bad
Yeah,
guys.
not just I can afford expensive technology and I can listen in on phones.
So true Batman fans will know that this is his true origins. There are 3 comic books that inspired the look and the storyline of this film. Batman Ego, Batman Year One, which is incredible. It's by Frank Miller.
You
and
have
then
it?
Batman. Yes, I have 4 of them.
Oh gosh,
They're
like 4 of
they're-
the same copy.
Yeah, they're worth a lot of money. They're
What year were they made?
I don't know.
Oh, year 1. They're pretty old.
Yeah, and then Batman: The Long Halloween. And there's a guy, Jeff.
My name is Jeff.
Jeph. So you
Oh
get that
my
one.
gosh, he's in
He
California,
wrote,
hipster.
The Long Halloween. He's the guy that wrote that one. He was one of Reeves' screenwriting teachers when he was at USC.
That's pretty cute.
It's cool.
Do you think he helped with this? Did he?
I don't know. Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe. Wow, we got a lot more notes. There's no way. Zoe
Well,
Kravitz.
I think we need more. Let's copy paste. I'm going to double it up.
Zoe Kravitz. She and Robert Pattinson were already good friends for about a decade before this, so their on-screen chemistry was really, really good. The idea to have
Do you think they've ever kissed
sharp,
before this?
I don't know. I haven't thought about that. Until
you don't
now.
think about that?
Until
Boys
now.
and girls loving each other. Sorry. You know, she's Lenny Kravitz's daughter.
What?
Yeah, he had a song in Austin Powers. American Woman. Remember
I
that?
thought it was like the Kravitzes, got people that own the bagel shop.
Yeah, Kravitz Bagels.
Kravitz Bagels.
We got butter.
Put some schmear on that Kravitz Bagels, y'all. For
Is that a Southern Jewish bagel owner?
I don't know.
Is that racist?
So Zoe Kravitz, she voiced the character of Catwoman in the Lego Batman movie.
Of course she did.
I didn't know that.
I did.
You did.
Yeah,
You're
Zoe,
very smart.
she texted me.
She lost a role in the 2012 Dark Knight Rises because they thought that she looked too urban, and they weren't going for an urban look. Speaking of
that
racist,
feels hard
Yeah,
racist.
That's hard
now,
racist.
what role was it? Do you know?
I don't know. It was like a background character. They're like,
You know who was in it?
Who?
I rewatched the second and third Christopher Nolan Batman after this on a plane. I'm on a plane with some snakes. And you know who's in it? Do you watch Ted Lasso?
I did.
Okay. You know the British girl that dates Roy Kent?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's in it.
No way.
She's in the third Batman. She talks to Catwoman. She's like the girl that she
Oh
like
my
has her
gosh.
back.
No way.
Yeah, she's a very quick part. I was like, she looks familiar.
That makes sense.
But she talks American, so it was hard. I was like, who is that? Who is that? And I went,
So you're telling me the accents throw you off?
Hey, accents
Hey,
throw me
brother.
off. And you would
Hey,
think I
brother.
would know because I'm quite the
Where
accent
did
here.
he go anyway?
I'm sorry.
The Batman, the Batmobile, they tried to make it actually a horror character. They
Yeah.
wanted it to scare people. When that sound of that thing fired up, I was like, oh yeah, hit me in the chest with that bass. The 808s.
IMAX.
So the Riddler was partially inspired by the infamous serial killer Zodiac in the 60s, and Paul Dano took inspiration from the Incredibles 2 villain Screenslaver, which
one
is
was
hilarious.
that? Which one's Screenslaver?
How he had the goggles on his face?
Yes!
That's who he took his inspiration
Okay.
from. Behind the scenes, a little bit of movie behind the
You
scenes.
know which glasses? You know how you wore those glasses? It looked kind of like yours.
Yeah, they kind
You'd have winning he took those glasses. They were the same glasses that Jim Carrey wore before he turned into the Riddler.
No
like
way.
whenever he was, like a scientist and he threw that guy out the window.
So smart.
Which as a little kid, when you're watching that kind of freaks you out a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. But he was the same glasses. Sorry. Man, he was good.
Man, he was really, really
They
good.
were
Paul
all
Dano
good.
is great. He's
He
great.
is so good. What
He's
else?
great.
He's in other stuff.
Behind the scenes movie stuff, when Ben Affleck was set to star and direct in the next Batman, remember how he wrote one?
Yeah.
He wrote one, and the villain of that film would have been Deathstroke.
Yeah, who
played by
appeared in the
John
end of-
Manganiello. Yeah.
Sorry. He appeared as him in the end of
Which one was it?
Superman Justice League. That was the end of Justice League.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, go
You're
ahead.
right. Matt Reeves liked the script, but he's like, nah, I'm going to start from scratch.
My man.
The movie's working title was originally Vengeance. Batman Vengeance.
That's cool.
Or Vengeance Batman.
Dang, you got a lot of
Whichever
notes
one.
here.
I know.
Hey guys, filmed during the
I
COVID.
do,
This is
I
full
do.
protocol.
This was filmed during COVID. All the full protocols were in place. In order to be able to talk constantly, Robert Pattinson and Matt Reeves, they had headsets and microphones. They put a headset inside of his cowl. Matt Reeves had a microphone so he could talk just to Robert Pattinson.
That's cool. Like a
was like,
quarterback and a coach.
Yes.
Like Brady Belichick.
Yeah, it was exactly that. So what was wild is what Matt Reeves said, that while Robert Pattinson was out there acting, he didn't realize it, but his breathing would like quicken during the intense scenes, and it actually helped Robert Pattinson stay in character because he knew it was tense based off the way that he was breathing.
Yeah, that's good. He's like, you're doing great. It's kind of like saying that in his ear. You're doing great, buddy.
Hey, you're doing great.
Rob, you're
hey,
doing
keep
great.
your chin up, buddy.
So
hey,
good.
you took that hit real great.
Yeah. Oh, watch out. Remember, I am
Watch out.
Vengeance. Fun fact, I almost titled this Vengeance. Do you know that, Robert?
Yeah. So Robert Pattinson tested positive after filming on set for a while. Matt Reeves didn't want to risk it. So Matt Reeves actually wrapped up like a burrito.
Like a fajita. Oh, no way. That means we're out of time? No. This
20.
I don't like this. We've got like another page and a half of notes.
That's it.
No, we gotta talk. We got to talk about it. No, this is
We have 7 minutes left.
no, pass. Turn it off. We're finishing these notes.
No.
You just got to know you got to cut a page out next time.
Nope.
Like what? I want to know all this stuff. This is very interesting.
We'll get it. All right, I got 60 seconds. I'll say 60 seconds. It took 14 months to film this movie, which is unheard of. That happened because of COVID. They had to shut it down on March 25th when COVID happened. They came back after 5 months. The times when Batman approaches the start of a fight scene and you hear his footsteps, the fourth step is always a lower tone, and it is meant to mimic the actual Imperial March from John Williams in Star Wars.
That's sick.
Which is pretty incredible.
I love that.
Jonah Hill auditioned for the role of Penguin, but he lost out because he couldn't get the direction of the character. He wanted to try out for the Riddler, but never gave him a chance. The reason it rains constantly in the movie is because Matt Reeves listened to the track "Thank God for the Rain" from the Taxi Driver soundtrack from 1976 on loop while he wrote the screenplay.
Are you sure that it wasn't Hilary Duff's "Let the Rain" from A Cinderella Story?
Or I thought maybe it was Umbrellas.
Under my umbrella. All right, go ahead.
In the last fight scene, Batman injects himself with this green drug, and it gets him back up on his feet. This is the same drug that Bane takes and gets addicted to in the comics. When
I
he
thought it
hits
was
the drug.
like I thought it was
No,
no,
sir.
EpiPen.
Nope.
It wasn't.
Nope.
Or no, adrenaline.
An EpiPen because he came in contact with nuts.
No, I'm sorry, I said the wrong thing. Adrenaline.
No, it wasn't. It's actually the exact same drug that Bane gets addicted to.
Oh.
In the comics, Bruce briefly becomes addicted to the drug. The Joker is seen in a jail cell next to the Riddler. Did you see the clip that came out?
You know who he is?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, do you know who that actor is from the?
I don't
the
know how to
Eternals?
pronounce his name.
Yeah, he's good.
He's good.
Man, that clip that they cut.
Oh my gosh.
It was amazing.
Yeah, but I also understand why they had to cut it because like it was a 3-hour-long movie. But man, another
I don't
6 minutes
care.
would have been fine.
I stayed at the end
You
after
got
the
two
credits to
coffees.
see.
You ordered
Thank
two
you.
coffees, got one coffee. You could have
I
had your
want
second
both.
coffee.
Give me that both.
As a decaf.
Man.
So Matt Reeves extended this, released this extended cut with Barry
Next-
Kogan, I think, Keegan.
I think.
Okay.
Hey, you know they credited Matt Reeves as a director just for that clip on
Yeah,
IMDb.
yeah.
It's like a
Isn't that
separate
wild?
credit. It's
That's
so
so-
good.
He, Barry, what did he say? Koenig?
Yeah.
Koenig?
Yeah, the Eternals guy.
The Eternals guy, Barry the Eternals guy. He filmed his scenes going in and out of the building wearing a fake police officer's uniform to throw people.
That's good.
Because they're out there. This is the first Batman movie where he did not have a final confrontation with the main villain.
Oh, that's right, because he got
The
arrested
first time
beforehand.
ever. Yes.
Man.
Think about that.
That's cool.
Every one of these other movies, it ends with a battle between the bad guy and the good guy. Which
But it
is
still was
crazy.
cool because he was fighting all his minions.
Yes. Peter Sarsgaard, who plays the district attorney Coulson in this one, he actually is the real life husband of Maggie Gyllenhaal, who plays assistant DA Rachel Dawes in The Dark Knight.
Yep.
Both of them died in an explosion in their movies.
Poor boy.
I know.
Poor boy.
That's so bad.
He's a po' boy.
And then Paul Dano's final confession recording, the one that he is in the jail cell, He actually had so many ideas for the direction to take that. He filmed
200 clips.
That's insane.
That's awesome.
He filmed 200 takes of that, which is crazy. Okay, we have got less than 5. We got 5 minutes left. We got to do 3v3. You ready for this?
I guess so. I'm just watching the show.
Welcome to the party, pal. This is 3v3.
This did make us get right down to business here on this one.
I mean, it was just. I'm not going to do notes when I do it. I'm just going to read Wikipedia.
Oh my gosh. Okay, 3v3. I don't know. There's a couple different ways we could take this. We could say, what is our favorite Batman?
Ooh, that's good.
Yeah, you want to do that one?
Yeah, let's do our favorite Batman movies.
Favorite Batman.
But it's a draft, so you have to go.
All right,
We should flip for it. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, Neil, call odds or even.
Even.
Hey, Siri, tell me a random number. 73.
All
That means
right,
I get to go
got
first.
it. What?
You said even.
Yeah, I got it. That's
73 is
how
odd.
numbers work. Listen, I don't think you know
All
me.
right. I'm actually certified to teach math in this state. So,
Wow, okay, good.
all right. So I'll pick first. Favorite movie?
No, I'm saying favorite Batman.
No, well, there's not 6 Batman.
Oh, there's plenty of Batman. Okay, you
Yeah.
can say favorite movie.
I'm gonna run
Favorite
out. You're
movie.
like, oh,
Yeah,
comment
say
number
favorite movie.
7.
Oh, fine.
Oh, sorry, comment
Fine.
number 7. Let's just favorite Batman movie.
Go ahead.
Okay. I'm gonna say the Batman. I liked it
Oh,
more.
yeah.
Yeah. I
Wow.
liked it
Of
more.
all of them?
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the Lego Batman, Will Arnett.
All right. Well, I'll do the Dark Knight.
I love, dang it. Okay, then I'm going to go with the very first Batman with Michael Keaton.
Okay. I don't even know if I've seen all of that. I think I have.
No, don't you dare ever tell me. I used to deliver
Because it came out when I was
pizzas.
like in 88. I was
Shut
3 years old.
It did not come out in 88.
When?
Maybe it did, but that's not fair. Why are you saying that? So what I used to do is I used to deliver pizzas for Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
And I would put this soundtrack on cassette in my car and it would make me drive. No, it's not this. Not this soundtrack.
Oh, sorry.
Man, that would have been amazing.
You'd have been
I'd
ahead of your
ahead of
time.
my time. 88. When this baby gets up to
I was
88
3.
miles an hour.
Like, I'm just a baby. Just a baby.
I'm a little
It
baby.
could have
All
been
right.
88 because you'd have been like 13.
Who's your next favorite one? You got a third one.
No, you picked.
Oh, yeah, I said,
you said the old guy.
original. Yeah. Wow.
I mean, Val Kilmer, Batman Forever.
Dang it.
I know everybody hates on him, but I thought it was great.
All right, I think I gotta go with. I can't do one that you've already done. I'm gonna say
That's
the
how
one
drafts
against,
work.
against Bane.
We'll take Zion
I'll take
Williamson
the-
also.
I'll take the third Christopher Nolan movie.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah,
that's
it's
good.
a pretty good one. It's not as good as. So here's the thing. I think you sent me that TikTok of the guys explaining why this Batman is better than the other Batman.
Yeah.
And go back and forth. But really, what I think the reason why people like Batman or Dark Knight is because of Heath Ledger's performance, and not
yes.
just because of everything else.
It is.
Right? You take him out, it's not as good.
I rewatched it, and Christian Bale. And I understand we built his character development in the first one, Batman
Yeah,
Begins.
yeah.
But in 2 and 3, he's a caricature.
Yeah.
Like he's not even. He has no depth. He's
None depth.
like, and then like, I mean, Morgan Freeman has more depth than Batman in those movies, and it's
Yeah.
like, I don't know. I think it's Heath Ledger's performance in the second one, and even Tom Hardy's in the third.
Yeah.
Those are what make the second and third one, or the villains. Which then again, the Batman villains are always great. Sorry, you're ready
okay.
to move on.
All right. Nope. I think that's it. 3v3. I think I obviously win because you picked the odd number and I picked an even number. Okay, here we go.
That's fair.
Will it rock?
The question on everyone's mind, will it rock? The answer is probably yes.
On this one.
Yeah, it would. What Batman character would The Rock play?
Not a Batman. He wouldn't play Batman. There's
He'd
no
be
way.
great at Batman.
He would be awful at Batman.
He would be great. And the problem is, I think people would know it was him. 6'5", jacked out of his mind.
They wouldn't have to
tattoos
like,
on his neck.
yeah, they wouldn't have to do all that like the sound effects for the footsteps because his actual footsteps would be like.
Yeah, he punched an overpass down in the Fast and Furious series, just so we don't forget.
Hey, if there is a chase scene, he could punch the overpass down.
I know. And they wouldn't have to use special effects because
No,
he did it. He
would-
rips off a cast.
He would be the worst Batman ever.
Wrong.
No.
Have you seen George Clooney?
Hey, who's the other guy that's in that? Chris what? Chris. He's
Hemsworth.
Robin. He plays Robin.
Oh yeah, Chris O'Donnell.
Yeah, it was. Oh my gosh! And isn't it Alicia
Silverstone? She's a Batgirl.
Yes. How bad is that? Okay, I do have to say this though about those Batman movies. The best thing that came out of those was Arnold Schwarzenegger doing Freeze. It's the
That is The Rock's early acting career.
It's time to chill.
Like how The Rock acted in his first 2 movies.
Yes.
That's how
Yeah.
Arnold Schwarzenegger acted in every movie. He never
You're
got
right.
out of it.
So it will rock, but we just don't know what he can't play Batman. He has to play somebody else.
I mean, it's obvious
Could he play the Penguin?
I'd gone with Bane, but yeah, sure.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he'd be a great Bane.
He could play Bane.
Yeah. He'd be sick.
Wow, that would be amazing. All right. Well, this is it, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, we did it. 30 minutes or less.
Wow, did
You can
we?
get it. Yeah,
How
you can
fast
get a
did we
pizza.
do it?
You can get a pizza. It's 30 minutes right
Oh,
now.
you can order Neil will deliver pizza to you.
I will.
Something in the way. Can we have that as one of our audios?
Sure. Yeah, we can.
Man, I feel like
This is the best episode we've ever done.
I don't know.
I gotta hit the button.
Guys, let
I
me
gotta
know
hit
what
the
you
button.
think. Let me know what you think. Do you like this or not? And thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Hey, helping you.
TED Talks
stay
are 20
the
minutes.
smartest person in every room that you walk into. This is the Batman.
Sorry for cutting you off.
It's okay.
You know, TED Talks are 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm 20 and you're the extra 10.
Okay.
You want me to stop talking?
I'm like an appetizer.
A good one. Like an awesome blossom.
There you go.
I already said it.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to the Explain Everything podcast. You can follow us on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube at Explain Everything Podcast. We're on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, but you're already here. We love you. No, actually, we're in love with you. Thanks for coming on our TED Talk. Bye.